Hey everybody, welcome to Your Beautiful Table, a YouTube channel and a website all about helping you make your tables beautiful. Today we're going to talk about the HomeWorx Garden Blooms candle, so stay tuned. Thanks everybody for coming on back. If you're new to the channel, know that Your Beautiful Table is all about home decor, tabletops, tablescapes, china, silverware, glassware, home fragrance, candles, flowers, those kinds of things. So if that is something you're into, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. And stay tuned to the end of the video where you will learn how to be entered to win free candle stuff. So, we're going to talk about the Garden Blooms candle by HomeWorx. HomeWorx is a candle brand that you can find at QVC and also, I believe, at Kohl's that is by Harry Slatkin. And so, I have really enjoyed the HomeWorx candles that I have purchased in the past and enjoyed this Garden Blooms candle. Of course, Harry Slatkin is a well-known name in the candle industry or the home fragrance industry. So Slatkin & Co. was a candle fragrance manufacturer years ago, went into Bath & Body Works, had some collaborations there, and then has come out with HomeWorx. And then there's another brand I can't think of off the top of my head, but his wife, Laura Slatkin, does Nest. So, you know, they're a husband and wife duo that are all about home fragrance, so they know a thing or two about candles. HomeWorx is a really value-priced candle brand, but it is not a value fragrance. My experience is HomeWorx puts out some really great products, and the Garden Blooms candle is one of them. So this Garden Blooms candle is, let me flip it over. I can never remember like the ounces and all that kind of good stuff. So this is 18 ounces. And it offers 30 to 55 hours of burn time. And it is a 4-wick candle. There you go. Let's just talk about the aesthetics of the way the candle is presented. So it is in this very large tumbler. I mean, it's probably like 4 inches across on top there. And it has creamy green wax. And so you can see that it's a little bit discolored. It's all the way down. I mean, y'all look how far down it burned. The candle is presented in this nice, with this nice silicone, let's see, not silicone, but it's like a plastic wrapper. There's like a little wrapper there. It's not really a sticker. You could get your finger underneath there, but it's like adhered in a shrink wrap kind of design. So a nice wrap. It's got fun, like there's zinnias and daisies and all kinds of other fun flowers as it goes around. So this is a great one for summertime when it's like garden is in full bloom. So a nice wraparound is sunshiny, looks pretty. Of course, this tumbler is hefty. And I like this presentation by HomeWorx because this means it's stable on your table. Stable on your table. I made a little rhyme. So taller candles, like the traditional jar candles, might tip over because the weight balance, but these from Harry Slatkin's HomeWorx line, really stable. Now the disadvantage to that is that they take up space on the table. So this is one, and I'll place it here on the table. You can see, you know, it's pretty substantial when you place it on the table. The 4-wicks are great at creating an instant on kind of experience. The 4-wicks create a wax pool really quickly, and so it gets a lot of fragrance into the air. And so that's one of the advantages to that 4-wicks. Now it comes with this top, and it's a shiny chrome top. You can see my fingerprints in there. It's got a nice embossed design. It reminds me of like Tory Burch a little bit there, but it's a classy design. Silicone gasket in case you want to store your candles, and it fits nicely on top of the candle here and just makes a nice seal. So overall the presentation is really great. I don't love a chrome top mainly because it does get your fingerprints on there, but some people really like it. I mean, you know, a soft cloth will buff them right off. So yeah, I will share with you, it's been a while since I burned this candle, so I have been burning candles while we've been in quarantine and doing our stay at home, and I burned this one earlier in the spring and really loved it. And let me tell you about the fragrance notes. The fragrance notes on the candle here say freesia, rosewater, jasmine, and Georgia peach. So on this, what I really like about it, it is a, I want to say it's a soft, fruity floral with a touch of green. So I really think that you know, freesia, some people are turned off by it, but this does not stick out as a freesia candle. So that rosewater helps to temper that brightness of the freesia. And what I get is, I would call really a nondescript, and by that I don't mean it in a pejorative way. I mean it doesn't say rose, it doesn't say freesia, it doesn't say like any one particular thing. It is just a nice soft floral scent. It doesn't get too soft like baby powder, and it doesn't get too heady like tuberose. It really stays in the middle, and it's got this nice clean essence to it. And I think that is the rosewater component that's in there. So, you know, it says jasmine, it says freesia, it says Georgia peach. I don't really get any of those pulling out at all. What I get is just a nice clean floral. And I burned this in the hallway downstairs, and I burned this in our main bathroom, and I found that this was a room filling fragrance. It was not a house filling fragrance, and so even with the 4 wicks, it didn't have like really intense fragrance. It did throw nicely, but it became more subtle throughout the house. And so I would say this is a room filling fragrance that you'll get nice fragrance intensity and throw in a single room, especially a larger room. It might be a little bit overwhelming in a smaller room because of the 4 wicks. Now, the 4 wicks is something that's a little bit interesting. You know, this is a pretty big candle, and in that it's 18 ounces. It only really offers between 30 and 55 hours, and that's because these wicks go through the wax pretty quickly. The wax did a nice job. It didn't discolor until down at the bottom, and then you can see there's a little bit of dust in here, but you can see that it's not terribly discolored, and that's sort of what you find. So overall, the wax, I like a light colored wax like this is, this light green, and I think it adds an extra dimension to this particular candle. So the price point on this, now, you can get these on QVC, or you could get these on QVC in sets of 3. I don't think you could get the Garden Blooms candle by itself. It usually comes either in a set of 2 or 3, and usually those sets are like $90 for 3, $60 for 2, so it's about a $30 price point, unless it's like today's special value or some other sale, or you have a coupon. So about $30 price point when it's not on sale. It's worth checking out. Sometimes QVC gets them on clearance, but what I've experienced with Harry Slatkin's HomeWorx candles in the past at QVC is that they sell through them. They make a particular amount and then they sell them through. So be on the lookout for them. I would buy this Garden Blooms candle again. I think it was a lovely fragrance. It had nice, in terms of the fragrance intensity, the length of the burn, the value was really good. Now let's talk a little bit about soot and smoke. You can see there's a little bit of residue on the sides of this candle, but one of the cool things about this low profile candle jar is that you don't get any soot really on the sides of the candle, so the wax burned down well. It can get a little bit smoky, so you want to watch the flames. So the disadvantage to this low profile is that the flames have more exposure to breezes, and so you just want to watch and be sure that it's not in a drafty area like you normally would on a particular watching your candles. And just mind those wicks. Just be sure that they don't get too long. You want to trim them down if they get too long, and not to burn the candle for too long in terms of how long you're burning the candle. So overall, this is another great candle from HomeWorx by Harry Slatkin. This Garden Blooms candle is one that I would buy again. Friends, thank you for watching our video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and also sign up for our newsletter. Our newsletter link is below. I don't spam you. I send out a newsletter every once in a while. Honestly, it's been months and months since I sent my last one, but it's a way I stay in touch with you, and I do free candle drawings from the folks that have signed up for the newsletter, so consider signing up. Thanks, friends, for watching, and we'll see you next time.